Greetings. Today we'll be looking at not this, but the minis, the painted minis of this expansion of Deep Madness's Uncounted Horrors. And to preface, what comes in this box are these tokens and the little rulebook here, and then the minis as you see here. So let's get into all this as I narrate this old paint job. So let us start with the lesser of the exciting part, which is the playable characters that you get in this expansion. But as you see from left to right, the second one should look very familiar. Ripley from the Alien movies. It's not a copyrighted actual character, but they obviously copied her, and with her they included this cat. So to push that point even more clearly, if you're a fan of her, I do enjoy playing her character actually, because the cat is pretty helpful in the actual game. So here we go. I painted all these miniatures up about a few years ago at this point. I didn't go overboard with them. I painted them for gaming quality rather than for display. And so they also got a bit of a varnish, and that varnish left them a little bit glossy, but I think it's fine, especially with the Monstrous miniatures here, as they are, well, body horror. I almost forgot to showcase these two additional guys. And I believe these are also characters, as there is a suit that you can actually find as one of the items. And so you can replace your character with that suit miniature, but I believe these are characters. Not a crazy paint job, but definitely good enough for playing. And I also do it for if I ever want to sell a game that I'm done playing with. I want to make sure that I sell it with the minis all painted up. The Deep Madness lore is basically you go into an old mining facility that's deep underwater and something's going up down there. So it is a Lovecraftian sort of horror game, and unlike what I've noticed from Zombicides, for example, since that's a pretty well-known game and comparable, in this game you're not going to be really shooting down hordes of monsters coming at you. Those hordes may be coming at you, but they are tough. For the past several months I've been busy getting through Gloomhaven, so I sort of forgot what these markers are exactly. Okay, I just double checked, so they are self-destruct devices. So essentially bombs. There's also 24 spawn markers that come with the game. They're little tentacle minis. I have not painted those up, but once this does go, if it does go on for sale at my Etsy store, which I just recently sold my 2 painted up Village Attacks expansions just a couple days ago. I was really surprised because my store is new and I was hoping for people to find it. So in any case, whenever this goes up for sale on the Etsy account, all these minis, including those 24 tentacle marker minis, the spawn markers, those will be painted up as well. Here we go. So presenting right now are our 4 cannibals. Again, I'm not a fan of shininess or glossiness with varnishes. With my more expensive minis, I don't even varnish those at all, as I don't want to take away any of the quality of the paint and colors. The slightly glossy, it's more of a satin gloss varnish on these guys. Looks quite alright. Or should I say, fitting. Next up, we have 5 gluttons. We got a nice mouth on the belly, 3rd claw coming off the shoulder, and even one from the back. And with this varnish, the nice thing is that it protects these minis really well. You can play with these as much as you want with respect, and they should stay protected well. I really enjoy painting horrors and monsters like this, as you can play around with the variations of them. You don't have to make them all look the same level of green or red. You can really mix it up and have fun with them, as they're just that chaotic. And so I believe you should feed more into that with the colors. Eventually I will film a narrated sort of playthrough, not like an actual game playthrough, but a narrated storytelling of playing through this entire game. I'm not sure when that will happen, but that is my goal with some of these board games, especially ones with minis, and with minis that'll be painted up just for you all. I'll do storytelling videos talking pretty much about the entire campaign of these board games, without going through every playthrough that people without the game wouldn't care for, but you know. I was inspired by a Diablo narration video that narrates the whole Diablo games, and it's just a really awesome listen through and you don't have to watch somebody keep playing through every situation in the game. They're just summarizing what's going on, and instead within like an hour or two, you're seeing the entire story play out of a really cool lore that you may have never explored otherwise due to not having time or desire to play games or such. And I think a lot of these board games have cool lore and obviously all these cool things that go with presenting it. And I think with the nice storytelling of it, I'll be able to share that with you guys. Now what you're looking at here are 5 thirsters. You have these little starfish looking hands, or tendril endings, or mouths, or buttholes, or all of the above. Okay, and now we're up to the final line of minis in the box. Before I present the big boys to you, here are a couple of the statues that are there. Again, I don't think they serve much of a purpose in the game other than like in one scenario they appear as a statue. Hopefully more than that. Hopefully 2 scenarios at least for each. So that's really just a premium type of thing that you'll get in expansions, especially for products, on Kickstarter. But they are pretty cool. You can never deny any Cthulhu related art. The one on the left got some more mossy treatment to him. And now we're down to the final 4 monsters, 3 of the same type and 1 biggie. These are atrocities. Really enjoy these guys as they remind me of Venom without having those visible eyes, and I guess you could paint white Venom-like eyes on them, and then those long, crazy tongues. As all the other monsters, they have bulbous boils and such all over the skin, and they're really just fun to paint. My inspiration for the colors came off all the cards and game art. The game art isn't very clear. It's very Lovecraftian in a way. I mean, the artwork itself, but there is enough color info there for you to kind of do something that aligns with the vision. But if you were to go a bit off, color these guys violet or something, it wouldn't be anything nuts. I'd say it'd be better to follow the suggested paint schemes of the characters, the playable characters. The paint schemes I followed on them are from the game's visual guidelines. As you're watching these, let me know which of these monstrosities you like the most. Again, I'm sure some of you would love to watch me play these games on the channel, but I know a majority of the audience I have built through the years wouldn't care much, and it's also a whole different level of prep and all that. So I do hope you're excited about the narrated storytelling of the entire campaign of these games, which will feature clips of me playing literally every scenario necessary to beat a campaign. It's just I won't be going through the details. I'll be summarizing it so you can enjoy all the work the creators put into these games without having to buy them or snooze through other people's playthroughs. And this, my friends, is the mutilation. So today you have seen, actually I'll give you a list of the character names and the monsters, so I have them right in front of me. We saw David, Pris, Dakota Jansen, Stephen Cooper, Charles Ryan, and Ridley. I'm not sure if I said Ridley or Ripley earlier. My mouth confuses those at times. But Ripley, the lady character in Alien, so her character name in this game, which is not copyrighted, is Amanda Weaver, and John, her cat. And then Jacob Clark was the guy holding the crossbow looking thing. And now from all the monsters we have seen, we had the 3 cannibals, the 5 gluttons, the 5 thirsters, the 3 atrocities, and the 1 mutilation. Again, these were all painted for gaming quality, not necessarily display, but honestly, I think these are just fine for display. Let's compare some sizes real quick. Next video will probably be another paint up of an oldie, or maybe a higher level paint up of some old Tyranid I have. I'm not sure yet, but I'll post that poll in the community section, so watch out for that so you guys can vote for what monster mini I should paint up next. And eventually I'll start buying some cool new ones and all that. I'm just working through some backlog first. And to you guys, for me putting all this effort to organize these in front of the camera, all I ask for you to do, your assignment, is let me know which one of these monsters was your favorite, and preferably why. Stay monstrous and see you in the next one.